You may have found yourself in a cycle of worrying about relationships. You may constantly wonder if your partner loves you or be overly sensitive to even small changes in behavior. It could not be that you're too emotional. This could be an indication of anxious attachment. Millions of people around the world are affected by this attachment style, which is often rooted in childhood and impacts how we relate to others. In today's video, we'll explore 10 key signs of anxious attachment and their underlying causes. You will also learn what you can do to break these patterns. Stay around. You'll discover something new about yourself and someone that you love. Sign 1. Fear of abandonment. Fear of abandonment is one of the primary indicators of anxiety attachment, and this feeling should never be treated lightly. Even minor silence from your partner at the end of a long workday could trigger this anxiety. You might become hypervigilant for signs that they're about to leave, for instance. Sign 2. Overanalyzing conversations. Are you constantly overanalyzing every word, tone, and syllable spoken during conversations? This can be seen as the hallmark of an anxious attachment. A 2020 article published by Psychology Today describes this pattern of overanalyzing as the need to find comfort where none exists. For example, when your partner says, "I'm too busy," you might interpret that as meaning, "I no longer care about you." Sign 3. Need reassurance. People experiencing difficulties in their attachment tend to seek constant reassurance from their partner, often asking, "Does it still feel like you love me?" Or, "Are we okay?" Although it is natural for individuals with anxious attachments to seek reassurance periodically, their incessant need can push partners away, creating an endless cycle of insecurity and further distance. Their need for validation often stems from early childhood experiences in which love was inconsistent or conditional. Sign 4. Feeling alone. Someone with an anxious attachment may find it hard to be alone, feeling an overwhelming sense of emptiness or unworthiness without constant contact. Dr. Sue Johnson is one of the pioneers of attachment theory. According to her, this discomfort can be traced back to childhood when emotional needs weren't fulfilled and then manifested as fear or loneliness as adults, and a strong urge to stay connected even if that relationship becomes unhealthy. Sign 5. Clingyiness in relationships. You may find yourself sending your partner a text message repeatedly if they don't reply quickly. You may feel like you need to be together at all times. Clingy behaviors can overwhelm your partner and are often a result of a fear that they will be left behind. In a study published in the Journal of Personality Disorders, it was found that people with anxiety attachments often exhibit clingy behavior to keep their partner close, even though this is counterproductive. Sign 6. Extreme sensitivity to criticism. Even constructive criticism can seem like an attack on someone anxious. Low self-esteem is often the cause of this increased sensitivity. If your partner tells you, "You forgot to take out the garbage," this could lead to thoughts such as, "I am a failure." People with these traits often lack the inner resilience needed to deal with criticism because they equate their worth to external approval. Sign 7. Idealizing relationships. It's common for people with anxious attachments to idealize their partners or relationships. This can lead them to ignore red flags and stay in unhealthy dynamics. This idealization is often used to calm fears of abandonment. You can create the narrative that your partner is indispensable and that leaving them is unthinkable. This mindset can lead you to stay in unhealthy relationships where your needs are not met and your self-esteem is affected. Sign 8. Jealousy and insecurity. Jealousy often accompanies anxious attachment. It doesn't matter if it's about your partner's hobbies or friendships. Anything that takes their attention away can make you feel threatened. A study published in Socio-Psychological and Personality Science in 2019 found that this insecurity is often caused by an internalized fear of being replaced. Even when there is no reason to worry, you may find yourself doubting their loyalty and imagining the worst. Sign 9. Difficulty in trusting others. Those with an anxious attachment find it difficult to trust. Even in loving, stable relationships, you may doubt the intentions of your partner. People with anxiety attachments are more likely than others to interpret neutral or positive behaviors as negative. This makes trusting your partner a difficult task. Sign 10. Overreacting in small conflicts. Minor disagreements may feel disastrous. If your partner forgets a call, you might think, they don't care about me anymore. This reaction is often rooted in a fear of losing the connection. How to deal with anxious attachment. Recognizing these patterns is the first step. You can identify triggers by journaling or speaking to a therapist. In this regard, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or emotionally focused treatment, EFT, can be effective in treating anxious attachment. These approaches can help you change negative thought patterns to healthier ones and develop better ways of relating. On the other hand, techniques such as meditation or deep breathing and surround with supportive people will help you manage the emotional intensity associated with anxious attachment. And last but not least, learning to be kind to yourself can reduce your need for external validation, as well as build your inner strength. Relationships don't need to be defined by an anxious attachment. Understanding the signs and taking action can help you create more fulfilling relationships. Which of these signs spoke to you? Comment below. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, like it, and click the notification button to receive more information on personal growth and relationships.